Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm JJ the Bearded Bookworm, and today I've got another weekly update. I did not get a lot of videos out this last week, but in my opinion, almost worked out better because now I have a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. This week was super busy. My wife went back to work, as well as just chaos in general. Like I talked about in my last weekly update video, I had left my book at work, so I put up on Discord and Twitter what book I should read, and the overwhelming suggestion was start Dresden Files. I started it. Unfortunately, with all the chaos, like I had said I had this last week, I only got like 50 pages into that book, and boy, I'm hooked. I'm ready to jump back in. But I went back to work and got that original book, Girl in the Stars, and I need to finish that one because I'm also loving that one. But I had a little bit of reading ADD or mood reading or whatever, because I also read the first chapter of Kings of the Wild, and I'm also hooked on that one. I'm really just waiting for myself or a loved one to win the lottery so I can do nothing but read books and make videos about them. Also a weird event in the Cosmere 2020, I went through on Libby and requested audiobooks for Era 2 as well as Warbreaker, and Warbreaker became available first, so I switched from reading Alloy of Law, I had not started that yet, to listening to Warbreaker. I don't want to be reading and or listening to more than one Cosmere book at a time. I feel like that would just confuse me a little bit too much. So Alloy of Law is being pushed to June, which is, only next week. But June will be all Mistborn Era 2, as well as Secret History and the White Sand comics. And then starting in July is when we'll start my reread of Stormlight Archive, and I'll probably also set up some type of read-along so that other people can jump in. I know there was a read-along that just started recently, but this one will be a little more of a accelerated reading starting in July. So July, August, September will be each of the 3 books of the Stormlight Archive. My family's homesteading efforts have continued to grow. We're fortunate enough to live next to 2 commercial type farms. One is called the Olive Mill. They have a lot of like olive oils and whatnot, as well as you can go there for brunch or whatever. But also another farm where normally they'll have like a U-Pick type setup where you can go there and basically pay by the pound or whatever and go and pick peaches right now. But with everything going on, they've adopted this drive-through kind of system where you pay online, you buy a box of peaches, you go through the drive-through and say, here's my name, got 1 box or 2 boxes. So we got lots of peaches, needed something to do with them, so we made some jam. And chef's kiss to my wife, because this is most delicious. I love fresh jam, and she knocked it out of the park with this. The garden does not look that much different. A lot more flowers on the cucumbers, but other than that, not a whole lot going on, except we got 2 squashes. Going from having literally nothing, just wood and some soil components, to, in a short amount of time, having actual food that you grew yourself is very humbling and very rewarding. Being able to, I guess, connect with life, universe, what have you. So that's been really rewarding for us, and we're really looking forward to expanding here in the fall. We're gonna take a lot of the things that we learned and the mistakes that we made and just improve on that and really kind of double down on this whole homesteading type effort. I should say, as a fun little experiment, we are taking some of the pits and the seeds from the peaches, and we're going to try to propagate and grow our own peach trees from that. Because it's such a local source, hopefully they'll be able to be hardy enough to survive growing and whatnot in our backyard. Then we'll have our own peach trees. Another exciting thing that happened this week is I started a manga comic book club, and the response seems to be fairly well received. Happened to be one of my more popular videos, and basically over on my Discord server, links down below if you want to join yourself. Basically, we're just going through one volume of a comic or a manga per week until we finish the story arc, and then we'll kind of put it up for a vote and see where we're going to go from there. We're starting with Vinland Saga. This Wednesday starts week 2, and then we'll go to week 3, week 4, and basically we're just going to have a big discussion over on the Discord server. One funny thing that happened is somebody who was new to manga knew reading right to left as far as pages, but didn't know the paneling also goes right to left. So the flow of the comic was really weird. I actually had to go back and read the first 10 pages over again because he realized he wasn't getting the story the way that it was intended to be delivered. So, like I said, go ahead and click on that link to the Discord server. We'll be happy to have you there. And even if you're not necessarily interested in Vinland Saga right now, we're open to any type of manga or comic. This go around, like I said, we put them up to votes, and the winners will be the topic for the next section. So this next thing I wanted to talk about is not an ad in any way, no matter how much I'm hyping this product. So I'm a big board game fan. I grew up playing board games. There's a board game company based here locally in Arizona where their main line of games are called Tiny Epic Games, where they have these full-size board games. Once it's all spread out, it's the same size as, a Settlers or a Ticket to Ride, that type of kind of mainstream board game. But the box is about that big. It's not big at all. It's like a 5x7 box. And let me tell you, I am trash for these guys' games. They are so good. Each and every one has a different theme, and each one is a different style of board game. So there is a battle royale mech game. There is a zombies game where you're trying to ward off waves of zombies. There is a kind of Western worker placement, Texas Hold'em type game. Their last game that they came out with is based around dinosaurs. And they just announced their new Kickstarter. It's actually live now. And the theme is pirates. Boy, do I love pirates. Like I said, this is not an ad in any way. I just want to share things that I'm excited about that it's going on right now. That Kickstarter is currently live. Just search Tiny Epic Pirates and they'll pull up. It's Gameland Games. All of their games are amazing. So if that sounds like something that you might be into, check them out. So one last thing I wanted to talk about. When I first started this channel, I did not have any expectations. I fully intended on this to just be some fun project for me, just to be able to get my thoughts about books out into the world so that then I could legitimately just have conversations with people about books that I'm enjoying. As you might know if you followed me for any amount of time, I'm a huge Cosmere fanboy, and I'm constantly thinking about it and wanting to talk about it with people. And so this has given me that outlet among other books that I, enjoy. So I am just blown away that 100 people were interested enough in what I had to say to subscribe to my channel. So as a way of saying thank you, I wanted to do a giveaway. And giveaways are common for a lot of people once they hit these certain milestones, and so I will be following that trend as well. So what we're giving away is a book of your choice, up to $20. All you have to do is comment down below what book you want, but in that comment add in the hashtag BuildMyTBR. That'll help me be able to search and be able to randomly pick somebody that does use that hashtag BuildMyTBR. This giveaway is going to be going until my next weekly update video on Sunday, and the winner will be chosen randomly, like I said, and we will, contact each other. We'll figure out a way to get that book to you. Once again, I'm just flabbergasted and grateful that y'all have been here, and shown me just massive amounts of support and have enjoyed my goofiness, because I've definitely been trying to channel as much goofiness and my personality into these videos as possible. So thank you once again. Well, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm JJ the Bearded Bookworm, and I'll see you next time.